A heated argument in the halls of Parliament today after government is accused of gerrymandering during the recent boundaries review. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. It's always good to see you. The boundaries row took center stage in the House of Assembly this morning, with government members taking grave exception to those gerrymandering claims. They say both sides unanimously agreed to the report, and there were no changes after it was signed. H.O.A. Ferguson leads us off from the House of Assembly tonight and tells us that opposition members are taking legal action questioning the constitutionality of the report.
You're going to find yourself named from this house. Listen. I am telling you, I'm warning you. Take your seat.
Tempers flared and voices raised in Parliament Wednesday after House Speaker Dr. Kendall Major read a letter from St. Anne's MP Hubert Chipman, who is absent from Parliament. In the letter, Chipman expressed dissatisfaction with the draft report of the Boundaries Commission tabled by Prime Minister Perry Christie last week. He claimed that what was tabled was not what he signed onto. Now, Major said that he was surprised by Chipman's letter. The Marathon MP Jerome Fitzgerald also took issue.
Where we unanimously agreed, Mr. Speaker, to the boundaries. One day. And then the next day, Mr. Speaker, to receive a letter to say that we changed it after we signed it, Mr. Speaker. Ridiculous, Mr. Speaker.
Now, Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis also intervened, calling for an investigation.
A conclusion.
Allow the member to speak.
Has to be derived at with respect to these allegations, because the FNM would find it very difficult without a resolution to support the Boundaries Commission report.
Comments made by Fitzgerald, however, fueled a response from the Fort Charlotte MP, Dr. Andre Rollins, resulting in a heated back and forth with the Speaker.
Unless the member for St. Anne's is here to make a defense against those scurrilous accusations by the member for Marathon, they should be expunged.
Member. Very well. Thank you, honourable member.
They should be expunged.
Thank you, honourable member. Just take your seat for a second. Take your seat. Member for Charlotte, the chair takes grave issue with your comment, and I'll tell you why. This letter, in the member's absence, was read from the chair. The same person whose character in itself is impugned in this letter, or could be impugned in this letter.
The Speaker also read into the record that the Fort Charlotte MP and the Montague MP, Richard Lightburn, were taking legal action, seeking a judicial review on the constitutionality and legality of the Boundaries report. The Speaker then ruled that the courts will not govern Parliament and debate on the report will continue.
Should we then hold up a general election because of what a member determines to seek an action in the court, not in this Parliament? The House has made a ruling. I have made a ruling. Member, take your seat.
The issues which are raised in the court proceedings, they are very serious matters. And for this proceeding to continue to debate this report, when there is a clear possibility that at the end of the day,
the chair will address
at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, you will find that a court may well overturn what has been determined in this court.
Now, after the House Speaker stood to restore order, Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis, who is also on the commission, sought to explain that the opposition was also at fault for the delay.
Boundaries report has come beyond the time allowed by our Constitution.
There's no requirement to report within 5 years. The requirement is to embark upon a review.
Debate on the Boundaries Commission report continues. H.O.A. Ferguson, ZNAS Network News.